Hello everyone, welcome to Recursive Gaming. In this video, I'm going to be doing a lot of summons for this free-to-play account in Awaken Chaos Era. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, here we are. Let's go ahead and do these summons. I have played all of Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I'll give you my feedback on what I like about the game so far in a different video. Basically, I love this game. It is really good so far, and I'm excited to do these summons, and hopefully I really get something good. Let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to do the rookie summon, followed up by everything else I've managed to save up to this point. This is my first attempt at a reroll, so let's hope that we get something good. And I love the summoning animation. This is a really cool summoning animation. Please, okay. MYTHEASIA. Got a legendary. Team number 1. And moving on to team number 2, and it's blue, so that's not a good sign. Oh wait, no, okay, so I guess I got better. 2 purples. Probably not going to take that one. I'd rather have a legendary. Okay. Ooh, that's a good sign. Another legendary, excellent. I do not have a tier list up to see which of them I'd like to keep, so that's not a good sign. One more try. Also, I forgot to do all the codes. If I remember right, there's a lot of codes that you can put in to get free summons and stuff. So I'll go ahead and pause and get those codes, as well as take a look at a tier list. Okay. This one has MYTHEASIA. Let's take a look.
Nature will never forsake you.
Not sure what she is. I don't see an icon for showing me what she does. Okay, so the abilities of all team members recover 5% of max health if the target has a positive effect. Alright, so if they have a positive effect on them at the time, then they recover as soon as it ascends 10% of their max health. I'm guessing when she uses her auto. Okay. And if her other abilities put positive effects on them, then that's good synergy. So she deals damage to enemies, or an enemy, single target, and grants a shield for 2 turns to the ally with the lowest health. Shield strength scales with max health. That's not very much damage, so the damage component is almost kind of not even important. Okay. Heals an ally and removes all negative effects from them, and healing scales with this character's max health. Okay, that's interesting. Heals all team members, finally, team heal, and revives all slain allies. Ooh, it's a team heal and revive. That's actually really good. Healing scales with this character's max health, and cooldown is extended by 2 turns for every hero or ally revived. So it's default 5 turns down to 4 turns with a skill up. Cooldown extended every time a person is revived. That's still really good. Okay. I like that, but typically you don't want healers as your legendary that you get. You want carries. You want to get a really good carry. So let's take a look at EVERA.
Ready for some flaming roses?
Looks interesting. She also looks like single target damage, personally. +1 rage per valid hit on an enemy. Max rage of 4. Converts all rage into bonus attack and artillery support upon reaching max rage. Grants attack up at the start of battle. Okay. Let's see. Skill 1. Deals 60% damage to an enemy with a 50% chance to apply bleeding. That's a really low percentage. And takes it up to 30% at level 2. If affected by attack up, then launches a bonus attack with gunfire. Nice! So when she has her rage proc and buffs her own attack, or probably even if she's got attack up from somebody else, then she gets a gunfire attack afterwards. It's potential. And then deals 80% damage to a single target and removes, so this is a buff strip. If affected by attack up, again, launches a bonus attack of gunfire. If I had a team where this character was a guaranteed attack up buff, and I didn't have to rely on rage, and it doesn't look like she gets rage from being hit, only rage from hitting the enemy. I'm not sure if this carries along to new battles. So basically, if you defeat all the enemies at a certain stage and you move to the next stage, I don't think she retains that rage. If she does, this wouldn't be so bad. But if she loses that rage and then has to do 4 hits before she can get her attack up, then I'm not so sure that's a good synergy. Let's see. Deals damage to all enemies and grants attack up on this character. Okay, so if she starts with this, that's actually good. And on auto, she probably would start with this. So then she's got attack up, and then does additional gunfire with these 2 abilities. So it sounds good, but a cooldown of 6 down to 5 means, unfortunately, she's only going to do this combo where she gives herself attack up and then does these. And then after that, she'll have to wait on her rage to get attack up. I'm not so sure. Seems like she'd be good burst damage, but I'm not so sure she's good sustained damage without the right team support. Let's take a look at...
Let us defeat
up here, Hector. I believe I played as Hector.
Stand a chance.
Was this a guy that I played with in the story mode? Yeah, no, I played against him. So this is a character I faced against in story mode, and he was pretty strong, so that's a good sign. Max damage. Ooh, flat max damage? That's actually really good. That's actually really strong. Normally you get damage from proccing certain things, but he just has it as just a trait. That's awesome, actually. Okay. Applies 1 damage up 2. He increases his own damage by 50%, and then deals 70% damage to an enemy. That's amazing. Okay, and then he deals, again, same amount of damage to an enemy, and applies increased damage taken for 2 turns. Oh, wow. And he stacks it twice. Oh, man. Okay, but this has me worried. Cannot be used without an axe, which means this is probably going to remove his axe. No, he recalls all thrown axes? What? So, it doesn't say it anywhere, but I'm guessing he throws axes with certain abilities? Here it is, War Axe Throw. So, he needs his axes to do this, but as he uses this, he throws his axes. Okay, that's interesting. And he needs to recall them. This apparently recalls all his thrown axes. And deals 160% damage to an enemy and grants a bonus turn for every axe. Okay, so if he has thrown both of his axes with this, they're now taking, theoretically, 60% increased damage, right? You won't be able to get the attack damage up on this, I don't think. This is his basic attack. So I'm not sure how long that buff lands, or how long that buff lasts. It probably only lasts for this 1 hit. But anyways, so he throws both of his axes. Then you come over here. They're taking 60% increased damage. And then you recall both axes and get an immediate 2 turns. This guy is actually really good. Now, unfortunately, that's all single target damage. I did not see anything that was AoE. So it doesn't look like he's going to be a good farmer. But he does look like a really good damage character in raids and bosses and stuff. So, again, I'll have to take a look at the so I'm not going to pick yet. I'm going to pause. We're going to use the codes. Or at least, actually, hold on. I believe I have a picture of them on my phone. If I pull them up, then we can just get the codes right now with you guys on camera. And then you can see what codes to get or use. That's probably better. Okay, here we go. 8 codes. If you guys see more than the codes I'm about to use, and you know that I missed some, please let me know, so that way I can put the codes in. I believe we go up here, actually. Now, it's usually in settings. Redemption code. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to do ACEDC. Okay. Nice. Okay. Then we're going to do ACEFB. Okay. ACE stands for Awaken Chaos Era, I believe. Hello. 100. Nice. Okay. And then ACE 777. That's interesting. Okay. Oops. Alright, and then we've got Foodie. I like that one. Okay. And then we've got Sword Out. Okay, that's interesting. It sounds like familiar, like it should be a reference to something. Okay, and then once I hit level 5, I can do Who's Your Daddy. We'll go ahead and try it. I'm not sure what my level is. Yep, okay, so not quite there yet. Okay, so we got those. Let's go ahead and go here and retrieve our gifts. Nice! Look at that. A free legendary piece of equipment. And it's a speed set. Oh, man. Nice rewards. Unfortunately, it's not summoning rewards, so... And that's also good, but not... Here's some summoning rewards. Okay, we'll use that. Also, more summons. A lot of summons, actually. Probably for the commons, though, so I'm probably not going to do that on camera. Nobody's interested in those little free green 2 and 3 stars, right? Okay. I'm pulling a lot from Summoner's War for a lot of the knowledge for this. Apparently, from what I've been seeing, this game is very similar to Summoner's War. So, and I played a lot of Summoner's War. It's the first gacha game I ever played, and I played a lot of it. Okay, let's go back to summons. Let's go ahead and do a lot more summons. Here we go. Summon 10 times. Please. I did not look up the rates, so I don't know how unlikely it is to get a legendary. Looks like we're not. Nope, we did not. In fact, I would go so far as to say that's probably a bad pull. Yeah, we got 2 purples. I mean, it's not terrible, but also not that great. Celestial Pain. Is that light dark? Is that light? Interesting. Okay. Light dark, I'll take it. When the character is attacked, removes 1 negative effect from each of the 2 team members. Can only be triggered once per turn. That's really powerful, actually. Free cleanse on 2 team members every time this guy's attacked. Nice. Deals 2 to 6 strikes of 20% damage to an enemy, and each strike heals this character for 4%. That's 24% of his health, guys. If he does 6 times, that's 24% of his health. That's really strong. Okay. Collision. Deals 80% damage to an enemy and applies taunt. Unfortunately, it's a single target taunt on a 3-turn cooldown, but it's not terrible. Okay, so this one. Deals 80% damage to all enemies and grants Oh, that's good. How lucky did I just get, guys? Did I just get incredibly lucky with this? Invincible to all allies. If you make him go first in PvP, that could be incredibly strong. Man, I may have just gotten super lucky. I'm going to take a look at a tier list, obviously, and I'm pretty sure this guy's going to be pretty high in the tier list. That's amazingly strong. Nice, okay. Then again, it might be just like pulling a Chloe, you know. Okay, so Reactor grants 2 rage at the end of the turn. Any amount of rage over 5. So after his 3rd turn, this character gains a plus 100% damage bonus and a max rage of 9. Interesting. So he grants 9 rage at the start of battle, so he immediately has 100% damage bonus. And then once it's ascended, he grants plus 3 rage at the end of a turn instead of 2. Okay, so just 1 additional rage. Alright, here we go. Expends 2 rage. So he's down to 7 to deal 30% damage to an enemy. Okay. Grants 1 rage. That's terrible. What in the world? Okay, so he just grants himself rage and nothing else. Like he's just maintaining his 100% damage buff. That's all he's doing by giving himself this rage. I don't know about this guy. Does not seem that strong. Expends 6 rage to deal single target damage. Okay, no. I mean, I can see how this guy might be strong with this kind of a buff. 100% damage bonus. But he doesn't provide any utility at all. And once he expends enough rage to not have his damage bonus, then he's kind of bad. Yeah, so it seems like he might have been a bad summon, but this guy seems strong. Alright, so let's see if I have any other summons. Not normal summons. Can I do these? Nice, okay. We'll do that. Here we go. Please. Come on. Ah, no legendary. Alright, here's a purple. Thank you. We got one. Jonathan.
A true commander returns home with his shield. Or on it.
+1 rage per attack or upon taking a valid hit. Okay. So this is good. He doesn't just have to attack to get rage. He gets it upon being hit as well. And regenerates 10% of max health at the start of the turn if damaged on the previous turn. Nice. Okay. Up to 15%. Very nice. Deals 70% damage to an enemy with a 20% chance to apply silence. That seems to be geared towards PvP. That's nice, actually. Grants a bonus turn at the end of the round as well as attack up for 2 turns. Okay. And at Ascension level, well, at skill up level 2, he grants a bonus damage reduction for 2 turns. So he does damage reduction and attack up to himself for 2 turns, basically. And he gets a bonus turn right afterwards. I don't know about that. That's actually kind of bad, guys. Basically, the reason this is kind of a bad skill is because that attack up will benefit him after his turn reset, because he immediately gets a turn to try and do damage or accomplish something on the next turn. But basically, he's wasting this damage reduction on his turn reset, because basically it goes down to 1 turn after he uses that turn reset. Yeah, so the damage reduction, if it applied on the end of his turn reset instead, then he'd have it for the next 2 turns. But because he uses it up and it does nothing for him, it's kind of a bad skill. Okay, here we go. Removes negative effects and expends all rage. Deals 80% damage to all enemies. The amount of damage dealt in this attack scales with the amount of health lost by targets and rage expended. So there's, I guess, a relationship between how low the enemy's health is and how high his rage is. When the enemy's health is low and he has all of his rage, this will deal the most damage. It's only 80% damage, however, so even then it's not going to hit super hard. It is on a decent cooldown at only 4 seconds, but I guess the utility of removing negative effects. But he doesn't remove everyone's negative effects, he only removes his own negative effects. I don't like this guy. I don't think he's very strong. Yeah, not super excited about him. Overall, oh wait, does it say it right there? 1%. Chance to get a legendary hero from the next summon, 1%. Okay, so I had a 1% chance, and I got it with that first summon, guys, when I got the Light Dark hero with the invincibility on his 3rd skill, his ultimate. 1% chance. I could have had a legendary, but I got this instead. That's really nice, actually. So I'll take a look at a tier list, see if this account is worth keeping. If it's not, then I'll go ahead and re-roll, and I'll keep you guys posted on the account I eventually get, as well as begin uploading more and more videos for this game. So stay posted for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, I am really happy I did a re-roll because I think I used up all my luck for the next several games I'm going to play. In my first re-roll on this account, my first 10 pull that I did, I got a legendary Light Dark hero.
I was born
so
to fight.
0.1% chance to get this. Managed to get this guy. I'm definitely keeping this account and rolling with it. He doesn't really exist on any tier lists yet because apparently nobody else has gotten him and tested him to see if he's any good. So I'll be doing that testing to see how good he is. Very excited because of this passive that he gets right here when he's ascended, where he gains 1 rage every time an ally uses an ability. So if an ally has a turn reset and gets more than 1 ability, he gets 1 rage every single time that ally goes. So it's possible for him to be getting this procced literally every single turn that your allies go. As you go through the rotation of your entire team. before the enemy gets a chance to go. But long story short, this guy's going to be cutting in between your allies every time he procs this, hitting and doing damage with 30% ignored. Now, it doesn't say he does an automatic attack. It doesn't say he activates a specific ability. Basically, he gets a bonus turn, which means every time it procs, he reduces his own cooldowns. He doesn't just use this ability when this procs. He can use any of his abilities. Right? So not only does every time that proc he ignore defense, he also reduces his own cooldowns and basically not only gets to go more often, but also gets to use these abilities quite a bit more often than you would think. So even though this is a 5-turn cooldown at max, the damage scales with enemies' lost health. So if he hits a target that's at half health or below, he's going to do some serious damage. There's a lot of heroes in this game that I see have something that scales off of enemies' lost health, so that's not really too unique, but 150% is quite a high modifier from what I've seen. So that plus the defense ignore, he's going to be hitting pretty hard. He's also a light dark, so he doesn't really have an elemental weakness. So looking forward to testing out this legendary light dark hero. Very excited about that. That being said, we are going to keep this account no matter what we get, but we are here once again to do more summons. Have not done the rookie summons yet. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Hopefully we get a really good PvE hero that we can use on this account. Hector, he's good, but I'm not super excited about that. Let's see if we get something better. Okay, so no legendary that time. Of course, we won't be keeping that. Okay, that's good. That's legendary. Alright, MYTHEASIA. I think I've seen her before. I think she's a healer. Okay, had to take a quick phone call. Let's go ahead and do this some more. We've got 2 more left. Okay, this is probably not going to be a legendary. My second time doing this, but it seems like you get a legendary, then you get 2 epics, and then you get a legendary again. Alright, so let's try this one last time, see what legendary we get. Hopefully it's somebody good. Come on. Please. Oh, is this the same that I got as last time? I got Hector and EVERA last time as well. Actually, this might be the same exact roll as I got the first time, guys. Isn't it? What? What is that luck?
No pray, no pay.
Okay, well that's actually a little disappointing. But, I mean, I got a legendary light dark hero. 0.1% chance. Can't really complain about that, right? Okay, another rage hero. But this is 1 per valid hit on an enemy. And converts all rage to bonus attack with artillery support. We went over her skills last time. She does nothing but... No, this is AoE, right? And gets her attack up. I saw that. That's huge, whatchamacallit? Randomness, RNG on that. That is the ability to be really good or just not great. Then it sets up the rest of her kit with her attack up so that she gets her artillery support, also known as gunfire. I'm not a big fan, but she might be my best option. Virgil, Jacob, Horak, URZAG, yeah. We went over Hector last time. I can't remember what I said, though.
Don't stand a chance.
Yeah, this is the guy that lands, increases their damage taken for 2 turns, throws it 2 times, it stacks, and then he recalls his axes, does lots of damage, and grants a bonus turn for every axe. Meaning, if he hits this twice, with a cooldown time of 2, and then he does this with a cooldown time of 5, or 4 once it's reduced, then he gives himself 2 extra turns. Gives himself a damage up 2. With, yeah, this guy hits really hard. I think I would rather have this guy than EVERA. I think I'd rather have Hector than EVERA. But I need a support, you know.
I made a promise to my people.
Revives all slain allies and heals all team members. Single target heal and removes all negative effects. Grants a shield for 2 turns and allies with the lowest health. There's no cooldown on it either. It just basically gives a shield for 2 turns every single time they attack with this. So that's not bad at all. And then also, that's really nice. Okay, one second. I'm going to pause and take a look at a tier list to make sure that I'm picking the right hero here. Okay, so it looks like MYTHEASIA is my best bet. HECTOR is the next best choice, but HECTOR is single target damage. While he is good, reliable damage, I've already got good, reliable single target damage. And I don't have a really good support yet. So it looks like MYTHEASIA is going to be my best bet. Let's go
I
ahead
made a promise to my people.
and take this one. Anna, MYTHEASIA, yes please. Barak, Butte, or Voot. Joseph. Very cool. Do I have enough? Yes. Alright. Here we go. Let's see if I can get lucky again. 1% chance to get a legendary hero. Alright, come on. And no. Did not get a legendary. I got an epic. William. Don't know how good he is. Got NATHALIA. We'll take a look at those. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at these heroes really quick, and then basically I'll, stay posted for more videos on this game. Also in the same summon that I got this guy, I also got HELMAR. If you guys don't know who HELMAR is, he's a really good single target damage healer for PvE bosses, it seems. I think he'll be really good in raid bosses and whatnot. I'll show you why. He has guaranteed bleeds. 100% chance to land a bleed for 2 turns, and this 100% chance to land a bleed, and then if they're already bleeding, 100% chance to land another bleed. So that's 3 bleeds right there between those 2 abilities, and then here deals 120% damage to 1 enemy and detonates all the bleeding stacks on a cooldown of 4 turns. So that plus this passive here, attacks have a 50% chance to grant a bonus attack with this character's special ability. I've seen this, actually I haven't seen this activate yet because I haven't ascended him yet, but I'm not sure what that looks like, but basically a 50% chance to land another attack every single time, and if it's counting this as that extra attack, 100% chance to land another bleed stack. So he's going to be landing bleed stacks constantly and then doing massive damage when he detonates them with this. So as you can see, that plus this guy, not really hurting for single target damage. I just got this girl, NATHALIA. What does she do? Okay, so she does more AoE based on how many positive effects she has. And also damage is increased by 10%. Let's see. Deals 70% damage to an enemy and grants random stats up to this character for only 1 turn. The 1 turn is disappointing and it doesn't increase with skill up. Let's see. Applies attack up and immune for 2 turns if this character is buffed by a positive effect at the start of their turn. Oh snap. But it's got a cooldown of 5 turns. But you can reduce that down to 3. So every 3 turns, she does this automatically, attack up and immune. And this is her basic attack. And she has a 100% chance to grant one of these buffs to herself for a turn. And then she'll use this, and it will give her that. That's good synergy, right? She's going to be buffing herself a lot. And then as long as she's got a buff up, so she'll have minimum 2 buffs up on herself most turns. And then she'll be hitting, then it looks like 2 buffs, 3 enemies. So minimum 3 enemies, at max. When she's fully maxed out, she'll be hitting 3 enemies every turn just because she's buffed. And then single target damage to an enemy. If the enemy is killed, this ability's cooldown is reset. So single target burst, but the utility on it is based on if she kills it or not. So that's not good for bosses. That might be decent in PvP, but I'm not counting on it. It's okay. She seems okay. I wouldn't say that she's great. Let's take a look at William.
Wars may be
Self-buffing
fought
is nice.
with weapons, but they are won by men.
Self-buffing is nice if you don't have a buffer on your team. The basic abilities of all team members deal 50% more damage. Ooh. Okay, that's not bad at all. 80% more damage. That's not bad at all. That's a nice buff. Deals 30% damage to an enemy and launches a joint attack with a random ally. Okay. That's huge damage increase right there as you increase this basic 40 and 50% more damage. Okay, grants 1 stack of counterattack to all team members. That's what I'm talking about. And applies defense up to 50% defense increase to the main target for 2 turns. Duration is prolonged to 3 turns, and ability cooldown is reduced by 1. So every 3 turns, you can do a defense up for 3 turns. But the defense up is only for the main target. The counterattack, it goes to the whole team. It sounded great, and it's definitely good, but it's not. It seems very conditional based on the team you're using. So for certain teams, he might be excellent, but for in general, most teams, I would say subpar so far. All right, here we go. Deals 70% damage to all enemies with an 80% chance, and that does not go up, to apply defense down to all enemies. Down to 4 turns. Cooldown. So if you make this guy go first, he can land defense down on the enemy team. That's nice. So if you give him lots of speed, he can be defense down. But then he has utility on this and nothing else. And this passive is okay. Combat prowess. Not super excited about him. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Had yet another phone call. But long story short, not super excited about this guy. In fact, let me show you not even an epic, a rare unit that I'm excited about that I've been using.
I was trained for this day.
That I got on my first pool. Here we go. Lifesteal for all team members at 25%. That's really, really valuable. You can run a full attack team and not really worry too much about healing. Or just they heal themselves based on the damage they do. So that's really, really nice. She has defense down for 1 turn. Unfortunately, does not go up to 2 turns. So she has to go before the rest of the team to set up the damage so that they benefit. Because what I've been finding is if she goes last in the lineup, then she lands defense down, but then the enemy goes and nobody benefits from the defense down. So that's been unfortunate with that. This protects an ally for 2 turns, down to 4. That's skill up, and then during which any damage or healing received is delayed until the end of the turn. Damage taken is reduced to 50% of the total, while healing and lifesteal effects are boosted by 150%. So really effective for prolonging damage and then also reducing it as well as boosting the lifesteal and healing. So really useful utility skill. And then this deals damage to the enemy while healing the team member with the lowest health by 100. Healing plus 30% for 100% of the damage dealt. So, really nice utility damage dealer. I like that character a lot. So, not hurting for summons. Looks like I've got some good units. I may not be excited about either one of these, but definitely got an excellent support unit. MYTHEASIA may not be top of the tier list, guys, but I'm telling you, she's going to prove very useful in a lot of content because she has this Ascended ability, which makes all allies recover their HP by 10% of their max health if they have a positive effect on them, which a lot of them are going to have a positive effect because this shield is every single turn for her. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the summons. I'll keep you guys posted on the progress. We'll be doing lots of videos. I'm not sure how many guides I'll be doing for this game. We're going to have to see. The content hasn't been too challenging so far. But once I hit some challenging content where I think the guide might prove useful, I'll definitely be doing that. That being said, I'm definitely going to upload some episodes of my progress in this game so you guys can stay posted on what free-to-play progress looks like. And also, there's so many different heroes to use, right? And not everyone's going to be using the same heroes. It's going to be nice to have a lot of different content creators you can watch to see what heroes they have You know, and I'll be doing hero guides on, if let's say I've got a hero that nobody else is using, like this guy for instance.
I was born
Definitely
to fight.
be uploading content for that, so you guys can see different teams, different heroes, and get an idea for how diverse the game is and how you can create different heroes. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.